Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Football podcast. We're not talking about football though, I know. Oh, shock, horror. I'm going to turn off this video right now. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Get somebody else on who likes music and the Eurovision and Europe and other things. Because we are talking it's not going to be very long at all, just a little short, quick reaction to the Eurovision results. It did get mentioned in the podcast, which will either be before or after this video, who knows. But, you know, it'll be with the podcast that came around the same time as this video, right? So there is context there. But, obviously, the United Kingdom is just finished second, officially, on 466 points. Yeah. And last year, the United Kingdom came last with 0 points. 0 points. James Newman got 0 points. Harshly, it was very harsh. Now, I'm quite invested in Eurovision, even though most of the time it goes wrong. The UK, I do love watching it every year. I do look forward to it actually, and I do watch the whole thing the whole way through. I know Haz has obviously been had an investment there. You know, even Ethan, right, who's, you know, not usually very invested, you know, he tuned in near the end just to see what was going on because he couldn't believe the hype with England, you know, which is fair enough. With the UK. And yeah, we've come second with 466 points. Firstly, I just want to say, Sam Ryder, shout out to you, mate. Honestly, a brilliant song. I said that before he performed it. I thought, in my opinion, it was a good song. He, you know, performed really well live. It sounded unbelievable. And the fact that he's taken us from 0 points to 466, I mean, you just couldn't make it up. I saw people on social media from different countries saying, oh yeah, you know, England, classic England, they'll be fighting for second to bottom instead of bottom, right? And I could understand it. I could understand why we're getting it, because it looked like there was no hope. But we've come second, and we should be incredibly proud of that. I'm incredibly proud of that. I'm delighted. I feel like we've won. Genuinely, I feel like we've won. Because to have that happen is great. And just before I pass it over to Haz or someone, I just want to say, to give some context in case people didn't know, right? Sam Ryder, as I've mentioned as we've spoke about privately already, you know, 4 years ago, right, he was a construction worker working for his dad, doing cement mixing in Brick Lane, right? He lived with his mum and dad. He started singing songs, other musicians' songs, literally in his mum and dad's kitchen, in their house. That's how it all started. It gained a bit of traction from musicians such as Justin Bieber and a couple of others, Maya as well, also gave him credit and said, you know, he looks really talented. He then blew up on TikTok because of his talent. He was going to pubs and restaurants where basically nobody would really watch him. He was basically singing to no one. But he went onto TikTok during lockdown. He gave it a shot because he enjoys singing. 12.5 million followers. And a few years later, and he's representing his country. He's representing the United Kingdom in the Eurovision. And people, right, if he'd have come last with 0 points, people would go, oh, big deal, you know, he represented his country to come bottom. He didn't. He's got 466 points and has come second in the Eurovision when we always usually come last. It's a miracle story for that man, and he could go on to do great things, and I think it's a shame. Obviously, once you represent your country, you can't do it again. If you could, mate, I'd have him again next year because he did an unbelievable job. Incredibly proud. And is there anything anybody wants to add on to that?
Yeah, I'll go and just say, just like a bit of context towards how much this means to pretty much everyone in the UK. Last time we won the Eurovision, 1998. 24 years of hurt of just, and it's such a massive thing in the UK every year. Like, pretty much everyone in the UK deems Eurovision as such an important thing to watch because it just gets everyone together. It's like the World Cup, you know. Everyone who's like with the World Cup, people who are not even interested in football tune in, just, you know, see how our country does.
See what's going on.
And it's just like the Eurovision. Even people who don't really bother with like musical, not involved with that sort of thing. It brings everyone in, and the fact that finally we've got something to cherish and something to talk about, and it's not just like, wow, we've embarrassed ourselves again. And it's just incredible, and we're against such big odds. Like, I won't be political, but I feel like towards the beginning, I feel like everyone knew Ukraine were going to win. I mean, the Bookies had them as the favourite. It's just one of those things where circumstances pretty much mean that Ukraine were destined to win from the beginning. Yeah. And for us to basically get second, it is a win. It is a win. Everyone else had an equal chance apart from Ukraine. So for that, I have to say we did amazing.
Yeah. And it's like you say, from the beginning, Ukraine were destined to win because of the circumstances that are going on right now, which of course, I mean, I'm not going to touch on that with this, but obviously hopefully that goes okay, and wish them the best of luck with that. But obviously those circumstances meant that they like we say, it was spoke about on the news. It was pretty much all over that we knew Ukraine were going to win. It was just who could come second, because that's sort of almost another winner, because that's a level playing field, like you say. And England did it. The United Kingdom have done it with Sam Ryder, so I just think that's brilliant. I mean, even Ethan, right? I mean, he's not too fussed about the Eurovision, but even he could appreciate the brilliance in being able to come second, right? Because it's a big thing. And I don't know if you want to say anything, Ethan, but
Sam Ryder, mate, you've done your country proud, mate. So well done to you, son.
Yeah. Literally, I love it, mate. The singing, the hair, the beard, love it. Absolutely love it, mate. But yeah, great effort from England. Sam Ryden's done everybody proud. Obviously, we're going to wrap it up here. It was just a quick reaction, and I think everybody's had a little bit of their own say. I'm still going to say, obviously, though, congratulations to Ukraine. You should say that to every winner, regardless, because if you don't, then if you ever win it yourself, how do you deserve to be congratulated? You know what I mean? So congratulations to Ukraine. I think it'll give, obviously, there's been a lot of, maybe a loss of hope at times with Ukraine in the recent circumstances. Maybe Ukrainian people feeling down and worried and having high anxiety over what's going on. And there's been a lot of tragic things that have happened in the country of Ukraine due to, like we say, the circumstances at the moment. So I am happy for them, because I hope it gives them a bit of positivity and something to celebrate in these dark times for Ukrainian people. So I really hope they do enjoy it. They definitely will. Obviously, it'll be great. Congratulations to them. But obviously we are from England, so obviously it was mainly going to be about England, and considering how well they did. Congratulations to Sam Ryder. You have literally brought people's hopes up. You've pulled us up from nowhere. We were literally non-existent in Eurovision. You've made us from a laughing stock to a brilliant miracle story. That's all I can say.
Doubters to believers. Doubters to believers.
Exactly. And now, Sam Ryder, right? I know obviously won't listen to this, or obviously, but he is now, next year, regardless of who we have as our singer, he's made me want to believe again. He's made me want to believe. Like, he's done that well, even though I know that might be a naive mindset. He's made me want to believe again. And that's massive.
Oh, yeah, me too.
He's made me want to believe. So, unbelievable. We love you, Sam Ryder. You're going to have a great career. I mean, everybody's going to take you seriously now. Coming second in the Eurovision. Everybody's going to take you seriously. Yeah, unbelievable. That should be the title. Just put, honestly, Ethan, just put Eurovision, unbelievable. And just put brackets, UK.
Yeah.
Honestly, because that's what it deserves. Congratulations to Ukraine. Commiserations to who's it came bottom? Was it Germany? Yeah,
Germany.
Commiserations to Germany, to the Germans, I hope you're not feeling too bad. We know what it feels like. So yeah, don't take it too hard. And there's always next year. So yeah, but that is it. I know it's a bit of a random one. I understand that. But if you do like Eurovision, then I suppose it was a nice one just to see. Because, you could be a football fan and like Eurovision, because that's like me. So this could have been really nice for you.
Get ready for next year.
And if you and if you're not into Eurovision, don't worry. This video is only going to happen about once a year, so it's fine. It's fine. Right. Do you want to say bye, guys?
Go on.
See you in a bit, guys.
In a bit, guys.
I mean, no. Adieu.
In a bit, guys. If you did enjoy, like the video. I know it's football content, so it's up to you whether you subscribe. But comment down below as well what you thought about Eurovision, if you are interested in it. And we will see you next time. Bit of extra content here. In a bit. We love you, Sam Ryder. We do.